Good morning, everyone. I am Jeneline Vigonte from BSED 2A. Today, we will be using PHET simulation, an interactive educational tool that helps us visualize and explore scientific concepts through virtual experiments. PHET provides various simulations that allow us to manipulate variables, observe real-time changes, and gain a deeper understanding of physics, chemistry, and other sciences. One of its key features includes adjustable sliders, force meters, and real-time graphs, which make learning more engaging and interactive. For this activity, we will focus on acceleration using the forces and motion basic simulation. We will investigate how acceleration is affected by different factors such as mass, force, and friction. By changing these variables, we can observe how objects move and apply Newton's second law of motion in a practical way. Let's begin our exploration of acceleration and see how these factors influence motion. First, we're going to search for PHET simulation on Google and enter the website. Let's just wait until it finishes loading. Once you're on the website, it will look like this. As you can see, there are many features and topics available. However, we will focus on forces and motion basics. So let's click on physics. And you'll notice that there are several subtopics under it. You can explore this if you need an interactive activity for your class. Now let's scroll down to find the subtopic we will use. Just scroll until we find the topic we want to use. And here it is, Forces and Motion Basics. Just simply click on it. But if you want to find the topic more easily, you can use the search bar. Let me show you. Here you can type the topic you want to use and it will appear right away. Just type the topic you want to use and I'm gonna use the Forces and Motion Basics. Now that we have the topic, we can also see the sample learning objectives or the sample learning goals. And click the play button. Just like earlier, let's just wait until it finishes loading. As you can see, there are 4 topics available, but we will focus on acceleration. And here we are. You can see that there are objects which indicates their masses, and also the slider, force meters, and real-time graphs. First activity is we're gonna select a light object, and then we're gonna apply force. Just click and drag the force meter to apply force, and let's observe. Next is we're gonna select a heavy object, or we can double the box to double the mass of the object. And apply the same amount of force as in the first test. And then let's observe. We observe that the heavy objects are less accelerate than the light objects when we apply the same amount of force. And it can connect to the Newton's second law of motion, which states that more mass, less acceleration, or harder to move. Less mass, more acceleration, or easier to move if we apply the same amount of forces. Let's try another activity, and this time we're going to change the variable or the friction, and let's see how it can affect the object. We're just gonna move the friction slider to the left or the low friction, select a medium weight object, and we're gonna apply force. Then let's observe. After that, we're gonna move the friction or adjust the friction slider to the right or the high friction. And we're gonna use the same object as in the first test. And we're gonna apply the same amount of force as before. And then let's observe. We can observe that the variable we change or the friction affects acceleration. We can see that on a smooth surface or the low friction, the object accelerates quickly. But on a rough surface or the high friction, the object accelerates slowly. These are just some of the features and tools you can use in PHET simulation. You can explore even more if you want. With its interactive simulations, you can experiment with different topics, adjust variables, and gain a deeper understanding of scientific concepts in a fun and engaging way. That ends our discussion. Thank you for watching.